Hello, 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 everyone out there in Star Wars action figure collecting world. I did it. I broke down and bought the First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter Black Series 6-inch scale, ginormous thing. Oh. Unfortunately, I have a very bad ding in the box, but it was the only one they had, and the reason I bought it was because it was on sale. They had a sale at Target, and then with the red card bonus on top of that, I almost saved $45 on this thing, which brought it closer to that $100 mark, which is what I wished it was all along. So I just said, screw it. You know, you guys, as you know, I've paid for Transformers that are that much, so why not a big Star Wars ship? Well, here's the front of the box in all its glory. Star Wars Black Series, cool view of the ship there with the red on it. The actual toy with figure in a nice display there. Close-up shot of the toy with the figure in it looking through the front cockpit. And a close-up shot of the back where the swivel gun and the rear window is. So this may have two seats in it, just like the small version. Comes with a First Order TIE Fighter Pilot Elite guy who's got red on him. I'll show some close-ups of him once he's out of the box. Let me show you the side of the box. This thing's pretty cool. It's got a great picture on one side. There's the side of the box with the great, awesome looking shot of the First Order TIE pilot, the Elite Forces one. He looks really cool. I love the artwork on the side of this box. Back of this packaging is awesome once again. It says #1 like it's the first ship in the series, but I highly doubt they'll make any more Black Series ships. I think this might just be a one-off. Shows the actual toy, a good picture of that. Inside the cockpit from above, looking at it through the window. The rear of the thing showing the glass rear window. The top has that hatch. I think that's the outside of the wings, just showing you some detail there. The back window with a guy actually looking out it, I think. Another shot of the ship with the figure. The two seats front and back, so that does confirm that it'll be a front and back seat in there. And the kind of looking at it from the bottom with one of the missiles. All the attentions and warning labels, Disney, Hasbro. And then we'll read about it right here. I'll zoom in close and we'll get a good read on that, alright? The First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter. The elite of the First Order starfighter pilots have access to specialized craft, such as this two-seater TIE craft outfitted with enhanced weapons and sensor systems. Pretty cool. Is that basically the same as what it says on the small toy? Then the pilot himself, First Order TIE pilot, the elite. These skilled pilots of the First Order launch into combat aboard advanced fighter craft, hunting down enemy vessels and protecting space around installations and warships. Pretty cool. Alright, let's get to opening this up. It's enough of the box, right? Alright, we'll get to opening this up. Please excuse the mess that is on the table, but this box is so big. You can see it's as tall and long as my arm. But this box is so big that it doesn't fit with any kind of backer board situation that I have. So you got to look at my entire dinner table with a little bit of a mess on it while I do this. And I'm going to open it from this side because this is the side where it's already been completely destroyed. I almost think this was dropped. So I'm hoping that it is not broken or anything inside. I don't even know if I'm going to keep this box because it's so big. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I want to try to pull this out so you can see all this. Alright, if this goes in and out, please bear with me. Figures out, I'll just set him off to the side. I don't know if you could see that, if it stayed in focus or not, but well, there are cardboard pieces that just slide out. Toss them out of the way. The cardboard piece that slides out, we'll toss that out of the way. Another cardboard piece. I want you guys to see this, how it looks inside. Oh my gosh. Can you see that? This thing is huge. Oh my gosh, look at those wings. This is the biggest ship I've ever seen. I'm gonna have to set these down on the floor for a second, pull out this other piece of cardboard. I think my head could fit inside this thing. Alright, here it is. Another piece of cardboard. The bottom part of the hatch. And instructions. Alright, I'm going to get the box out of the way. And I want to show you this thing in all its amazement. Look how big that is. Okay, wait, can you get my head? Let's see. I'm going to try. And put my head next to it. So hopefully you get an idea of how big this thing is. Because I didn't expect it to be that big. Wow. Holy cow. Alright, I'm going to set it there. And we'll start assembling it. Alright, so I'm going to start assembling this thing. First thing I'm going to do is take the top in this bag and whatever's in it. Pull all the parts out. So you get some weapon type thing. The gun system that goes on the bottom and the top hatch. Well, I know the gun system goes on the bottom. So I'm just going to pop that on, and you can see that it swivels around all the way. Pretty cool. And then this must be the antenna array, although it looks like a couple of weapons, doesn't it? Which would go up here. And that can spin around. I guess it just spins around. I thought it would move, but I can't seem to get it to move. Alright, it just spins around and it's an antenna array. Okay. The top hatch, it's got clips back here and a clip back there. There's a space for it to go clipping on right there. So we'll do that. So it clipped in there and can pop down shut. I guess just like that in the front, right? And now the wings. These do not appear to be spring loaded or anything, so they're not going to blow off the side like the other wings do. These things are so huge, they take up the entire, going way beyond our camera. Wow, did they really just slide on there without really clipping in? Seems a bit strange to me, but maybe they do. Oh, nope, there's some clips. Once you give it a good push, there were some clips. And now it's probably too big to fit in the screen, isn't it? I'm gonna have to back out a little bit here. Wow, this is pretty darn cool. And just another view of the size for scale. I have the smaller 3 3/4 inch TIE fighter, which I can put right in front of it. So you can see for scale how this thing really is, size-wise. An incredibly huge ship. I'm happy to have it. I think this is an awesome ship. Let's get the TIE fighter out of the way. 3 3/4 inch one. I'm going to move the figure in. Stand him up for you. And what I'm going to do is get in close and let you see this figure for a little bit. And then we'll go to putting him in the TIE fighter. Alright. This figure is pretty cool. I really like the way he looks. He's got the one hose with all the detailing in his chest piece there. Nice looking jumpsuit underneath his armor. He does come with a blaster pistol, which I've just strapped in the strap here. I know that's how I would have done it if I was a kid, because I don't see any pocket for it to go into, so I would have just strapped it on the side of his leg using that strap. I think that works pretty well if you want the character to be unarmed while standing around. His back is pretty cool. Standard Stormtrooper armor for the back. I like the symbols on the shoulders. I think that's pretty cool. I want to give you a good close-up of the helmet here in a second, but first we'll just go through some of the articulation. This figure has full 360 for his arms. They can only go up a little bit due to the armor restriction there. It just restricts how far up his arm can go. His elbow joint does go all the way around and bends in any way. The hands can go in and out and spin all the way around. His legs do have some, twist there. I wouldn't go too far or risk breaking that strap. Double knee joints. And this time they're hidden very well with that knee pad. It just kind of looks like that goes right in with his leg, which I like. And the foot joints are standard for Black Series. They go in and out, and they can be rotated around into however you want to do that. So he's got a lot of articulation. And that gun that we had strapped on the side can go right in his hand. Fits well with his finger going in the trigger. So we could have him, in some kind of dynamic pose like that. overall, he's a nice figure, a nice looking Black Series figure. I'm very happy to have him now that I've got him out of the box. Let's get in close and check out his features of his face and upper body here. Show you some of the detail of this helmet and his upper body. Because this guy is just awesome. I mean, look at the way his face is and everything. He's got, I mean, even different colored goggles. The stripes are really nice. I like the hose, how it's an off matte color. Sort of like the goggles are. All the detailing and buttons here. There's really nice looking figure. Very impressed with this guy. I like the straps over his shoulders to hold that chest piece on. I mean, just all the little details and bits and baubles they put into this guy is just amazing. It's really, really good. Alright, let's try to fit him in the vehicle and show you some of that. If I can get the camera angles right. Alright, here it is from the top of the vehicle. And I'm going to try to show you the hatch. So the hatch comes down. And I want to try to show you the interior. So I'm going to see if I can zoom in on this interior, because it's pretty complex and highly detailed. Isn't that cool? Get some light in there. I mean, it's got control systems on the left and right down there. Seat that faces forward, a seat that faces back, a control system down on the bottom. This is just incredible. Incredible how they've done all the detail work and stuff inside this cockpit. It's just amazing. I'm going to get the guy in there, and I don't know, but it might cause me to block the view. So maybe what I'll do is I'll put him in and then cut right back to the video, okay? So let me pause a second and slide him in. Alright, so I've got the guy in the cockpit, and I'm going to move the light around so you can kind of see all the detail. So his hand, this hand is on a control arm that's on his right, which is the same kind of control arm that's up here on his left. So you can get his hands on those controls, or he's got two control arms that are down below. And I got one hand on it there, but there's another one right below underneath for a different control. So you could actually put, there's one on the right and three different control arms on the left that you could put the guy's hand. So it's pretty cool that they went to that much detail in all the different places you can put the guy's hands and stuff, so he's operating different controls of the ship. And then in the back, if you can see this, let me see if I can tilt it down a little bit. In the back, where the guy would go the other direction, you've got two control arms on the left and the right. One of them is straight up, so you can see it like it's a straight up stick on this side. It goes straight up and down. On this side, it goes straight up and down. And on the other side, it's a similar control arm to what you have on the other side with these targeting, it looks like targeting kind of thing there, right? Which I think is awesome. And then there's all these controls and doodads down here, like gauges and different things for the rear gunner to look at, which it's just, the detail is just incredible in this ship. I'm just floored by it. And now I'm flipping it around to the front here. I want to see if you can see the character in the front of through the window, because that looks really cool. The whole front end of the ship. I mean, can you see it? You can see him in there, right? And he's got his hands on the controls down here and over here. And you can see him right inside, and that's the front, like, targeting system. If I move the light around, so there's no glare. Well, there's a lot of glare on that side, huh? But I think you can see him. You can get the idea. He's kind of looking off the wrong way, though, right now. I got to turn his head. But that's him in the cockpit. It's just absolutely freaking amazing. This ship is just awesome. Went all the way back out for you so you get a good view of it. Again, this is just an amazing craft. I'm happy that I bought it now that I bought it. I don't have any clue where I'm going to put it, because clearly, you know, as we saw before, it's a million times bigger than the 3 3/4 inch, which fit nicely in all my display cases. But this is by far the largest thing that I own as far as a toy. And now I don't know where it's going to go. Maybe it'll permanently sit in the middle of the kitchen table or in the middle of the coffee table. I mean, I guess I could hang it from the ceiling somewhere. I don't like hanging things, though, because they get dusty. I don't like leaving things out because they get dusty. I like them in glass cases. Anyway, all right, well, I mean, I hope I showed you all that I can show you. I apologize because right now my apartments are doing renovations and all my stuff is boxed up, and I was looking around, and the only Black Series figures I have out right now that are not boxed up are the Guavian Enforcer and the Speeder Biker Scout, and neither of those figures will actually fit in the vehicle. The Guavian Enforcer's knees and legs don't bend enough to make him sit in the back, and the Biker Scout has that backpack on which won't allow him to fit into the seat properly. So I was not able to get a second figure in there and show you both figures back to back. But what I can do is spin the thing around and show you the rear window. At least give you that. You can see that compared to the little one. And what I can do is I can zoom in on the rear window and show you this thing from the back. Because you can see straight through from the rear window. You can see the guy in the middle, right about where that white line of glare is. Does the light change that glare? No, it doesn't. And you can see the front cockpit right through the glass in their back. So, I mean, if there were a guy sitting there, you would see him perfectly clear. Clear as day. Boy, I like the detailing in the jet engines, the twin ion engines, right? Yeah. This is just an amazing ship. This is so cool. I'm loving this so much. So the back of both, the large one and the 3 3/4. So the 6-inch and the 3 3/4, showing you the back of both of them. We could spin that gun turret around. Don't mind me being in the way a second. Doesn't matter that much, right? Well, there you go. There you have it, folks. The 6-inch Black Series TIE Fighter, the Elite Special Forces TIE Fighter, with the Special Forces Trooper, driver, pilot, whatever you want to call him. And yeah, I think this is an amazing toy. I'm very, very happy to have it. And now that I have it out of the box, I just think this is extremely awesome. I mean, I think it would have been worth the full amount. I mean, getting it on discount was great enough, but man, I really do think this holds up to the value, or, you know, what they're asking. It has that value in it. So as much as I hate to tell you to go out and spend $160, $170 on something, I really do think it's worth it now that I've got it and I have it open and I'm messing around with it. I just can't say enough how cool this thing is. It's just absolutely amazing. Alright, Keep it geeky out there, everyone. Until next time, I'm John, your host of the Super Awesome Geek Show podcast. Find us on iTunes. Go right to the website, www.superawesomegeekshow.com. Find us on Facebook at Super Awesome Geek Show. We're on Twitter at Awesome Geek Show. And we're on Instagram at Super Awesome Geek Show. All right. Keep it geeky out there, everyone. Have fun playing with your toys. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. I love me some Star Wars, especially this big huge TIE fighter. Yeah.